Plaintiff Stacy Hine met the defendant on a dating website. And after meeting in person, she discovered he had 3 DUIs and 2 strikes against him. Stacy's suing him today because she claims he stole her car and assaulted her. Defendant Israel Vasquez says he was honest about his past from the day he met Stacy, but he didn't see her true colors until they moved in together. Israel insists he never laid a finger on Stacy and claims he owned 50% of the car in question.
Start with you.
I met Mr. Vasquez in July of 2013 on an online dating site. At this time, we began to slowly talk. It wasn't until the end of summer that we decided to meet face to face. At that point, Mr. Vasquez made it a point that he had something to tell me. He wanted to let me know he had no driver's license and a DUI. I figured
That's the name of the website. I have no driver's license, but want to date you.
Yeah, but want to date. Yeah, well, how soon after meeting him did he tell you this?
That was a few months after talking with him. I hadn't at that point.
Were you all dating?
Yes, we were dating.
Okay.
I hadn't at that point met him face to face.
You were dating over the internet?
Yeah, over the phone, talking back and forth every day. We met face to face, and at that point I figured, people make mistakes, and I was willing to move past that. It wasn't until later in the relationship that I found out he had 3 DUIs and 2 strikes, and that he wasn't living in that it wasn't his past, that it was what he was dealing with currently. And that was throughout the relationship that things have slowly uncovered.
How long after dating did you find these things out? After you began dating?
It wasn't all at once. It was slowly through the relationship.
Up to what
events
point?
had to have happened for things to come out. For instance, the drinking issues.
By what time had it all come out?
It wasn't until an evening when he was
What
getting
month?
drunk. It was, let's see, March, Your Honor.
All
March
right.
6th when he got drunk and took my car drunk to the casino and hit my mailbox.
All right. And you want to give me some background, sir?
Yes, sir. From the beginning, we met, that's pretty much perfect timeline, June, July, August. We started talking and everything seemed great at first. She painted a really good picture. She started to come down from Hemet to OC, just seeing me revisit from the first time and the first day that we actually hung out. We went to the beach, was just hanging out, talking. I laid everything out. And first off, I don't have 3, I have 2 DUIs. And I explained all my past, which is true. I'm open and honest with that. I made a lot of mistakes in my past, but I live a different life now. Live a different life now. And so anyhow, after a while in January, we both talked about it. It was really her idea, but I agreed reluctantly, and I moved to Hemet with her. And she, like I said, she painted a pretty good picture. I thought it would be okay. Slowly, I started to see her true colors. She was really angry, upset, which I have.
How long did it take for you to find that out?
I'd say within a couple of days.
Okay. A couple of days,
That's not
you
true,
found
Your Honor.
that you were dissatisfied with her temperament. All right. And you couldn't go back?
I chose not to go back.
Oh, okay.
I was
So you
there.
chose to deal with it.
I was there, I was already in it, I didn't want to turn my back, I just kind of wanted to give it a good shot, and all I got, and that's exactly what I did.
How long did you live with her?
January, February, March, about 2 months.
Why did you leave?
I left because I really was not happy. She was pretty much.
You left because you were unhappy.
I was
Good
unhappy.
enough.
At that point, Mr. Vasquez made it a point that he had something to tell me. He wanted to let me know he had no driver's license and a DUI. I figured
That's the name of the website. I have no driver's license, but want to date you.
Yeah, but want to date.
Plaintiff Stacy Hine dated the defendant, but she's suing him because she claims he assaulted her and stole her car.
Ma'am, let me hear from you about the refund on a car you're suing him for.
Well, I damaged my truck in January. In March, we decided that because I took Mr. Vasquez everywhere to work and to see his daughter, along with my appointments in school and such. At that time, Mr. Vasquez suggested we go through one of his friends who owned a dealership. We put down a small down payment and left the lot that day with the car.
What was the agreement on ownership?
It was in both of our names. There wasn't really a legit agreement. It was
And
just
that's
in both of our
legit.
names.
My question is, when you all put up money on a car, what was the agreement in terms of who owned what?
At that point, there was no agreement, Your Honor. It
Okay,
was,
so the
it was
assumption
placed in
was
both
you all
mine.
owned it 50-50?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right, you say yeah?
Yes.
All right, and so then what
Legally.
did happen?
Mr. Vasquez put the initial $800 down to leave the lot with the car that day. On 2 other dates, I placed more money down, another $900 and another $1,000 down, and I have the contract and receipts for that money.
Hey, whatever you put down, remember you said it was half and half, so it doesn't matter who put what down. End of the day, it was half and half ownership.
That's not true.
What's not true?
That she paid all that.
It
and she
doesn't
had-
matter. It's half and half, whatever was paid, remember?
Yep.
All right, so why are you suing him now? What happened?
I'm suing him now because on March 15th, Mr. Vasquez forcefully took me out of the vehicle and took it from me. I had paid most of the money down other than
Doesn't matter, it was half
$800.
and half. Now, did you press charges?
No, Your Honor, I dropped the charges because of the
You did call the police?
I did call the
Okay.
police. I have the filing number for that.
How did they do it? Describe that incident.
I came from school on Saturday the 15th, and I was going to tell Mr. Vasquez that I was finished with his drinking. And at that time, he asked me for the keys. I told him that he was not getting the keys, that I put most of the money into the car, that it was my car. I have the driver's license, I have insurance, and children to attend to with the vehicle. He wrestled me for the keys in my bedroom. Mind you, my kids were in the living room. At that point, I ran to the car, got in it, called 911. Because he had already had the keys, he opened the door through the phone, hung up on 911, through the phone across the yard, and ripped me out of the car and got in and left.
Okay. What happened with the car? Where's the car now?
Mr. Vasquez had the car from that point on. He returned the car on, I believe it was April 12th.
To you?
No, to the dealership in damaged condition, 2 days prior to me making another payment. And at that time, because he turned over my rights to the car, so now I'm out both money and the car.
Okay, and the value of the car, can you tell me, or the amount that was owed?
Yes, Your Honor, it was.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Okay, so I put up the money to begin with because my
Doesn't matter, it's 50-50,
it doesn't matter. 50-50.
yeah.
Legally 50-50. We both put our name on it.
Okay.
And the agreement we had was I'd pay and she would put her name on it and then we'd have it together. That was the whole goal. Okay. Now I paid everything. Okay. The day that we left, okay, she was upset with me drinking and the way I treated her while we were drinking. Truth is, I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. I don't really care about all that emotional stuff.
Your good time doesn't need to be taken
having
out
fun.
on me when you're.
Go ahead.
Okay, so anyhow, on the 15th, when she was texting me before she got home, and we were saying how she wanted me to stay and that she didn't like me drinking, I said pretty much I'd rather go. She came home furious, saying that she's taking the car, all this and that other stuff. We were in the room. She had her keys in her pocket, hanging out. We were sitting down. I reached over, took them out of her pocket just like that.
not
Okay.
true, Your
Assaulted her.
I took the keys out of her pocket. I didn't touch her. I took the keys.
Oh, no. That
Okay.
was a part of her body, Doc. Anything
Okay.
attached to her body is a part of it. When the person grabs something that's a part of your body, they've assaulted you. It's like grabbing you personally. Go ahead.
Okay. So I did that, and then.
But I understand you thought you were taking something that belonged to you.
Yes, sir.
Got it. But you were taking it forcefully. That's what I need you to know.
Okay. So then at that point in time, she was saying, "You're not taking the car." Right away, she jumped on the phone with 911, saying that I am stealing her car, that I have no license, I'm drunk, I'm drunk now, I'm drinking now, all these lies.
No.
She jumped I unlocked the car, put my stuff in the trunk. While I have the trunk open, she jumps in the front seat, saying, like, taking possession of the car. So she shuts the door, window down, and she's on the phone when I went, saying all these lies, okay?
Window's not down, Your Honor.
And so that's how I grabbed the phone from her. And this is what I did. I threw it about 5 feet into the bushes from me. And she's saying this, you're that, and yelling at me, just totally. And I told her, look, you're getting out of the car no matter what, okay? And so, yes, I was furious at that time. I was really angry. And so what I did was, she really thought, she was very fearful. She has anxiety. She thought I was gonna really hit her or abuse her somehow, which I never did. I didn't even lay a finger on her at that point.
What happened?
And so I opened the door, and she thought I was going after her. She jumped out of the car herself. I didn't even have to touch her.
No.
We were in the room. She had her keys in her pocket, hanging out. We were sitting down. I reached over, took them out of her pocket just like that. Okay.
true, Your
Assaulted her.
I took the keys out of her pocket. I didn't touch her. I took the keys.
Oh, no. That was a part of her body, Doc. Anything
Okay.
attached to her body is a part of it. When the person grabs something that's a part of your body, they've assaulted you.
Plaintiff Stacy Hine dated the defendant, but she's suing him because she claims he assaulted her and stole her car.
All right, that's that incident. Now tell me about the car. What ultimately happened with this car?
What happened with the car is that day I got in the car and I left. From then on, we didn't see each other. And she was texting me, yelling at me. She made a police report. And then I texted her, which I have the text here. I said, why would you say something like that? You would really try to send me to jail.
I'm trying to get to the money. I'm trying to get to the money. What happened to the car?
What happened to the car is I took the car and I took full responsibility from then on, which I already had, and I started paying everything like I've been have. From then on, took full financial responsibility from the car.
What was the value of the car when you took it?
It was about, value was
And how much had been paid? That's my point. How much had been paid?
In total is about $3,500.
Yeah, about 35.
$3,500, that's what you both paid?
Yes, it was
Now
towards.
where is the car?
When I refinanced the car
Do
legally,
you have it?
I have
He
a
has
car.
a
I traded
car.
it in.
Do you have the car?
Yes, I have the car.
That is a result of all the
Yes.
payments the two of you all had?
Yes.
All right. $1,750 is half of $3,500. Remember, the ownership was half and half. Regardless of who put up what, you all said ownership was half and half.
It was
and
not by
so,
choice.
no, ma'am, you said half and half, and you're getting half. You're getting $1,750, and that's my judgment. Have a good day.
He's a snake in the grass, and I hope no other woman ever meets him.
I wish you the best of luck. Sorry for your feelings, and good luck with everything.
Sure.